So Nassourdine Imavov has just officially beaten Israel Adesanya and has probably basically finished his career, if we're being completely honest. I think it's safe to say there's no way back for Israel Adesanya. It's three losses on the bounce for Izzy now, and it's just not looking good. It's not a good sign for Izzy whatsoever. And Izzy had to win this if he stood any chance of even trying to go back for the belt. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen now. And let's be real, I don't really like Adesanya too much, but it would have been better for the sport if he was to win, because he's a big name, and it's always a big fight night when Israel Adesanya is in it. So yeah, in a way, I did want him to win this fight. And to be fair to him, he's had a good career. He is a legend of the sport without a shadow of a doubt. And let's be real, it is a shame to see, this downfall that we are seeing Israel Adesanya on. I actually thought he looked all right in the first round, though. I don't think he looked awful in the first round. I thought he was doing decent with the low kicks, standing his ground well, and he was able to read the takedown threat of Imavov quite well, especially in like the first 3 minutes of that first round. He was able to read the takedown threat quite well, but throughout, Imavov was very patient with the work he was doing on the feet. He was patient, waiting to land a big shot in that first round, or at times catch Izzy over swinging, which he did, and try and get going for a takedown or try and get him up and control him up against the cage. And that's what was happening towards the end of the round a bit. But yeah, towards the very end of the first round, though, we saw Imavov catch Israel Adesanya with a massive uppercut. And yeah, that kind of stunned Izzy quite a bit, caught him off guard. And Imavov stayed patient, waiting for his moments. And I think that was good for him. Imavov, he was able to outsmart Izzy in the end. That's what happened. But again, Izzy was looking all right at the start of the first round. He was using his range well, got sticking that lead hand out there, some decent jabs in there, following up with the backhand a few times as well. I don't think it was awful from Izzy to start with on the feet. He was accurate with his shots, if I'm being real. He picked his shots nicely, and he was accurate. He was doing a decent job. And, it's similar to the Duplessis fight. Izzy started all right, landing some decent shots and was accurate with his punches, but he just gets outsmarted sometimes and just caught at the wrong moments, and Izzy can just leave his chin up in the air and get knocked out. And that's what basically happened during that second round at the start of it. At the end of the day, he got caught with a big shot, left his chin in the air, got outsmarted. Imavov was patient, set up that shot very nicely. The moment he caught Izzy with it, that was lights out for Izzy. He was down, and Imavov pounded away on the ground. People are saying, "Oh, it was an early stoppage." It wasn't an early stoppage. It wasn't. Izzy was going to get knocked out in that round anyway, from how that was going in the position that Imavov had him in. It was pretty brutal with that one punch as well that really just shut Izzy's lights out and knocked him down. It was really good from Imavov, the way that he was able to line that up on Izzy. And Izzy just, he did not see it coming at all. And I just feel like a big thing with Izzy, I feel like his striking offense is still there, but it's just his defense. I just feel like it's been exposed a lot, to be fair. I think Strickland was someone who massively exposed the defense of Israel Adesanya when he was just able to walk him down with ease. And today, Imavov was able to stick Izzy on that back foot and eventually, land a big shot. And you could tell that's what Imavov was trying to do in that first round as well. Try and close that gap down and try and back Izzy up a bit. But also the takedown threat was still there. So Izzy did have lots of things in his mind. What's Imavov going to do? He's very unpredictable, Nassourdine Imavov is. And that was able to really put Israel Adesanya off in that fight, in my opinion. I mean, people could say, Alex Pereira might have been the one to expose the defensive Izzy. And yeah, you could say so, but I feel like Strickland really fully exposed it and, gave guys like Imavov much more confidence going in there against Izzy. The how to beat Izzy is, don't stand at his range and stuff and, try and shut him down, get on that front foot. And Pereira was able to do that in this fight against Izzy as well. And he was able to get to him and knock him out. Obviously, backfired in that second fight for Pereira, but he was drained. But with Strickland, he was able to do it with ease. On the feet at times, Du Plessis, when he put the pressure on, when he came in swinging, he was able to get success against Izzy. But today, I really liked Nassourdine Imavov's approach, because he was patient, he was feinting nicely, bopping his head a bit, trying, get into the right range, and just waiting for Izzy to strike and, try and find a mistake in Izzy's game. And that's what Imavov was able to do quite a few times in that first round. So that was quite good from him, in my opinion. And then in the second round, Imavov got what he deserved. He was the better man in that fight without a shadow of a doubt, and deserved that win. And people are going to be saying early stoppage, but it wasn't an early stoppage. It was some good shots that were getting in there and landing from Imavov, which he timed very nicely. And yeah, Rizzi just wasn't able to keep Imavov at bay, and that was, it was a frustrating fight for Imavov. Not for Imavov, for Izzy. I just feel like, though, even though Izzy was getting success and was accurate, Izzy's power was not phasing Imavov one bit. Like, he didn't care. Imavov kept on, trying to shut that gap down and get in there. Like, he wasn't phased by the power of Izzy at all. And that was like the exact same as what Strickland was. Like, he did not care about the power of Izzy. It just didn't phase him. Same as DDP. He went in there, didn't care about the power of Izzy, and was able to shut the gap down. Imavov was able to do that today. And Izzy's game is being exposed massively, in my opinion. But also, he's not at his best. I just feel like, as well, though, after that Jan Blachowicz loss, I think it's a big thing as well. I feel like Izzy's confidence gone quite a bit since that fight. Like, it's because, ever since that Jan Blachowicz loss for Izzy, how many, massive highlight reel knockouts have we seen? Apart from the Pereira one, we haven't seen one. Since that Jan Blachowicz fight, he's been in there with Marvin Vettori, and that was not a great fight at all. He's been in there with, Cannonier, Whitaker, like in that second fight, which wasn't great. Cannonier, that wasn't great to watch. Then went in there with Pereira. Pereira, did his thing, got the stoppage over him. Then obviously Izzy won the rematch, but Pereira was drained. Then Strickland beat Izzy comfortably. Du Plessis went in there, shut the gap down, and now Imavov's done it. I think Izzy's done. I think there's clearly ways to beat him, in my opinion. And when you've got someone who can mix up their game nicely like Imavov, it's clear Izzy's got too much on his mind to worry about that. And it was kind of like the Jan fight as well. Jan has that takedown threat there as well. Or he does quite like to control you up against the cage at times. But I think, and Imavov had that today. It's just not. And now Izzy has been, outstruck by Sean Strickland for 5 rounds. Stopped by Alex Pereira, submitted by Du Plessis, knocked out by Imavov. I think Izzy's done, if I'm being real. I think he's done. He's a legend of the sport, but he is done. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching.